Hey guys, this is Taylor with Farmhand, and today we officially put up halfway our first hoop house here on the farm. Bought this from a really cute couple in Wichita, Kansas. They had quite a few of these on the property through the years, and they were doing away with it, so I went ahead and took it. Still have quite a bit left to do on it, but we at least got the bare bones down. It's about 50 feet long, and excited to plant and utilize it for a lot of things here in the coming season. Now on this side right here, it'll be open on both ends. It's just a high tunnel. But essentially it'll protect a lot of plants that we have in here. And if I want to, I can keep starts of plants in here. I can keep delicate flowers in here if I choose. So if you look up above, there should be 2 poles running on each side. Right now I have them kind of just laid out right here for now. But these poles will run one this way and one that way. So to stabilize both ends. We get a south wind here, so this is faced north and south. That way it doesn't blow over, but also we have to be leery of it blowing into the next town away. So we are going to also get some tie downs. So right now you're facing north, but we'll get some tie downs. We'll put it on this side and that side, tie them down this way. That way we can keep it from blowing over. The 2 poles on top will stabilize it. And then down throughout the entire bottom here on each side, we'll have several stakes with the twists on them to hold the nylon rope all the way down, zigzagged all the way across over the plastic that we'll be putting over the top of this. So of course, a few weeks ago we went through and we planted all of the tulips and daffodils. From what I can tell, they're doing very well, so that's very exciting. We're gonna have quite a few popping up of those daffodils and tulips here in the spring. And then also I wanted to mention about how well our Manhattan Unanimous are doing. We planted these Unanimous back in the summer last year, and they seem to be doing pretty well so far. There are 4 of them going all the way down. These Manhattan Unanimous are really nice because they're very big growing Unanimous plants, and they're great for cuttings for cut flower arrangements as well. So I have a little bit to learn on these. I've been a little neglecting of these through the last year, but I can see that we've got some new growth on them too, which makes me really happy. So we will give you an update here in a few videos as soon as the season picks up, and let you know how those are doing. Behind me here on the far end is where we had all of our zinnias. We had probably about 700 zinnia plants there last year. I'm raking it all out right now. Everything that's kind of cut here and straw-like is just cutting down all the grass from the end of the summer there that overgrew a little. So it's kind of nice because it's going to mitigate any weed growth and make sure that, you know, it kind of keeps the grass down when things do start growing in, having that straw down and insulating the ground too. Got to fix the barn door this coming season as well. The last winter really wore it out to its max. And then also wanted to mention, of course, we have our tulips on this side all the way through, and then daffodils all the way back to this landscape fabric. But right here in this bottom row here, we planted allium bulbs too. So I think we have about maybe 300 alliums. And then of course on this end, this is the very tail end of where I had my annuals last year. So I was rolling all of this landscape fabric up to store for now. But this space right here, starting from about here over and toward me, will be all lilies. So we'll have a much larger lily area in comparison to the boxes that we had. We had 1 box of lilies right over here last year. I have remulched these 4 boxes here. These will be the last year's tulips and daffodils, which are also growing. So we're gonna have tulips and daffodils here and back here. It's gonna be a lot. But on this end, I've got quite a bit of cleanup to do. I just started pulling as many weeds out as I could, but we had our lilies in this box last year in comparison to the much larger area over there. So I am really excited to see how many we have this year. And then of course, we'll get these cleaned out, remulched. We have our Let's see here, bridal wreath here as well. Of course, right now it's just doing its thing in the winter time, but they've been growing really well. I have one right here and one on the end. That big old black bag there is just another roll up of the landscape fabric, but we've got 2 of these bridal wreath, which are really pretty when they bloom as well. So this is that space I mentioned that was all zinnia. I just got to finish raking all of this out, pull up all the brick, and get ready to plant more annuals over here when the time comes. So that's kind of the update on the other side over here. So between here and here, I hope that that was a decent update for you guys. There's no flowers yet, but they're on the way. I hope you guys have a great weekend.